please welcome Reverend Patty Mercado.
Good morning, everyone. I want to acknowledge a couple distinguished guests that are here today. So look around. It's you. Yeah. So we're beginning a new month. We have a new moment, every moment. But this month, we have a new theme, a new topic. It's the 4 agreements. And let's just get a feel for it. Who's familiar with it? Great. Who's new to it? Because there were a lot of hands that were up. Okay, fabulous. I love this. It was such a blessing that I would be able to be with you today. And for those of you who don't know, Dr. Heather is up in Canada visiting her mom. She sends her love. All is well. And we send our love back to you, Heather. And so I get to bounce us off for this month, the 4 agreements. And after the service, I just want to let you know that Hans Smith will be leading our Conscious Connection, which is a time for us to come together and to explore the ideas that might have been stimulated during this time. So the 4 agreements, first of all, let's talk about what an agreement is. We're pretty familiar with them. We make them all the time, right? When an idea is given to us and we say yes, we've made an agreement. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. Did it feel kind of good? Was it really powerful? Was an agreement made in your beingness? Probably. And agreements are so powerful because that is then how we live our life. So we want to be mindful of which agreements we're making with ourselves and with each other. Yes? I think so. So the first agreement that Don Miguel Ruiz presents to us and suggests to us, and even says might be one of the most difficult, is to be impeccable with your word. I know, just let it kind of... All right, so already this morning, how many times have you used your word to express something? More than we can even remember, right? And so just reflecting back, no judgment going on here, just reflecting back, how many times was your word used to lift yourself or someone else up? And how many times was your word used as a judgment against yourself or someone else? And here's the call. Here's the call to not get caught in that, but to remember the power of our word. We just spent a month, if you were here, listening about the power, the thing itself, and how we use it. And here we are being called to the power of our word. Now, here's a little bit more. Our words happen out loud. So it might have been an out loud word as we were singing it. How fabulous. It's easy to get into the groove. It might have been an out loud word to yourself in the mirror as you were reminding yourself that you love yourself. It might have been an out loud word to someone else as you were greeting them and feeling how wonderful it was to see them. And it might have been a thought. It might have been one of those sneaking, niggling little thoughts. So, this agreement, if we choose to accept it, and really, if we're here, we're choosing to be mindful, which is what the call to action is to be mindful, to be impeccable with your word. So, there's a catch here. Did y'all hear it? I've said it a couple times, and we've all read it if we've read the book. Be impeccable with your word. Be impeccable with your word means be impeccable with your word, not someone else's word. We're being called to be impeccable with our own word. We're not being called out to judge others, to be the word police, to call. Really, we're not. This is a call to ourselves. This is a call to use our words to lift up ourselves and those around us. Our word is our power. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word is God. The Gospel of John. There is no greater power than our word, so we get to use it wisely. And when we make this agreement to be impeccable with our word, we're agreeing to glorify God, to bring forth that divine creative intelligence in our words. And we've all experienced the word being used to lift us up in a song or in a book or in reading Emerson or Ernest Holmes or any of our great literature. And we've experienced the word lifting us up and pulling us into a fabulous story in a novel or a movie. And we've experienced the word being used to shut us down in fear and in doubt and in separation. So our call to action is to be mindful of our word. Now, because we have some exciting things to do, I'm going to encourage everyone to buy that book if you haven't bought it already. Buy it on your Kindle, buy it in the bookstore, buy it wherever. Join with Hans, join with yourself, join with a friend, and start exploring the idea of being impeccable with your word. Maybe you've heard here or somewhere else the most powerful words that we can use are, oh, you've been here before. I am. So let's just try it out, okay? Let's just see what it feels like. To be impeccable means to be without sin. So it means to bring life. So let's just see what it feels like to bring life and energy into this space, all right? So how about I am love? Good, huh? I am a divine expression of spirit. I am loved and it shows. It feels good, doesn't it? It does. How we use our words impacts how we feel. How we feel impacts how we interact with each other. How we interact with each other impacts our experience in life. So it all comes back to being impeccable with our own word. Now, it was no coinkydink that being impeccable with your word was the first agreement, and it fell on today, the day that traditionally in our center we celebrate Groundhog Day. It's the high holy day. So in our center, what we've come to recognize about Groundhog Day is the opportunity. It's the opportunity to know our truth, to speak our truth, to look in, to stand in the light, to stand in the light of who we are, to be present to life expressing through us, by means of us. And in the holy and sacred declaration of the I am, to call that forth, to allow it to have its presence. So we're going to actually get to participate in a ritual and make a declaration, and I'll explain it, and then I'll lead us in a little meditation, and then we will come forward and do the ceremony. So the way the ceremony will work is, why don't you demonstrate for us, Reverend Karen? And Rick, will you demonstrate with her? Because you know what to do. And I didn't ask Judy to. So you will come forward and you'll pick up your candle and you'll state your declaration. And the minister, Karen, will be here, and Judy will be with us, Reverend Judy, and I'll be here, and we will witness you, and you'll light your candle, and you'll put it in the sand. Now, thank you. Now, the power of our word we make our mind fertile so that our word can grow. And we make our mind fertile when we're in prayer. We make our mind fertile when we're in meditation. We make our mind fertile when we're in the present moment. And so while we make this an annual tradition of Groundhog Day, it's really something we can do every day. We don't need to wait till next year to do this again, to make a declaration for how I want to be in the world. To be impeccable with my own word means to say, this is who I am. I am a divine expression of love, of God. I am here to serve. And for us to take the time to become familiar with what it is within ourselves to be that impeccable place where goodness, where love, where joy, where creativity, where wisdom lives. So, here's what we'll do. I'm going to lead a meditation, and then I'm going to invite you to come up and make your declaration. And while we're doing it, we're going to have a chant, I believe. True? Yes, good. So I want to remind you that while there's a minister up here witnessing individually, we're all witnessing this with each other. This is the power of doing something so spectacular in a group. All right? So I invite you to be still and breathe in and breathe out. And use this as an opportunity to make a decision, to set an intention for what quality of God it is that you would like to embrace, to know, to explore. And maybe this intention is for this year. Maybe this intention is for this moment. Maybe this intention is for the week. Whatever that intention is, it leads us into our actions that will deepen, enliven, and expand our awareness and the quality of life. So ask that divine self within you. What is my holy intention? What is that desire that is being birthed right now, even in this moment, in my heart of hearts? And we'll just take a moment to listen, to be still until that true word emerges. And making welcome that divine idea, that divine declaration of who I am and who I want to show up as. As that divine idea, that intention becomes clearer and clearer in your mind, It starts forming into words and into ideas. I invite you to anchor that by coming forward and speaking your intention, speaking that divine idea. And using this opportunity to be impeccable with your word. What is that highest and greatest idea that God has for you, for me today? And Reverend Judy and Reverend Karen and myself are here to witness and to be with you.
let go. I let in the light. I let God, and all is well. I let go. I let in the light. I let God, and all is well. I let go. I let go. I let in the light. I let in the light. I let God. I let God, and all is well. I let go. I let go. I let in the light. I let in the light. I let God. I let God, and all is well. I let go. I let in the light. I let God, and all is well. I let go. I let in the light. I let God, and all is well. I let go. I let in the light. I let God, and all is well. I let go. I let in the light. I let God, and all is well. I let go. I let in the light. I let God, and all is well. I let go.
If the band would like to participate, Judy, we can do an a cappella at the chant.
and all is well.
So I invite you to join with us as we anchor this divine activity in prayer. Knowing that that one perfect power continuously evolves, continuously makes itself known. It is the Word. It is the thing itself. It is infinite love, and it is everywhere present. That mighty moving power that knows itself and expresses itself by means of all life is absolutely perfect, whole, and complete. There is no fear, there is no separation, there is only unity and truth. It is in this space of absolute, pure acceptance and joy that all of life resides.
And knowing that there is only one, and that each one of us is an expression of all the qualities of Spirit. We are the beloved. We are the sacred activity of the presence of God. We are joy, compassion, and kindness. We are that perfect essence that lives and moves and expresses as Spirit. We are love, for I am that I am.
And so what I know and declare is that each word that has been spoken, has been heard, has been received by Spirit.
Already manifest. All the words that have been spoken into mind have been heard by God and therefore have been heard everywhere and are manifest already.
And knowing that this truth continues to express itself, to make itself known, that these open hearts and open minds have willingly accepted the divine demonstration of the power of the Word. And knowing that each one of us is a part of that continuum, I absolutely give thanks. I give thanks for knowing that I am impeccable with my word. I give thanks for knowing that each one of us is doing absolutely the right and perfect thing to bring ourselves forward. To know that divinity that is God within in a greater way. And I give great thanks for knowing that we do so with joy, with ease, with grace, in the beautiful blanket of community, in the beautiful blanket of love. And so with my heart filled with absolute appreciation and gratitude for every word spoken, for every intention that has been brought to the heart of God, that has been shared, for those that have been spoken out loud and those that have been spoken in the heart, I know that all is unfolding absolutely perfectly. And as I surrender this word to the action, the activity of law, I do so with complete trust, knowing that it cannot be any other way. And so I simply accept it as so, and please join me in anchoring this truth. And so it is. Amen.
Thank you so much. And we're going to keep holding that beautiful space.